Hey, party people, what's up? It's April and I am the Sci-Fi Mombie. Welcome. Episode 8. We're already here. It's amazing how fast it goes. So, we'll just kick things off. I am a 44, I'm not afraid to tell you, year old Mombie, trying to navigate through life, raising kids, trying to co-parent, talking life, love, families, relationships, people, culture, music, TV, movies, and most of all, sci-fi. So welcome this week, T-minus 1 week to Christmas, y'all. Can you believe it's already here? I mean, golly, this year went by fast. So that's awesome. This week, though, I want to, I got some devastating news last night. A longtime family friend of ours passed away. She was amazing. I reached out to her kids, and they were my sister's age, Big Red. And I just, I told him, I said, I'm so sorry. I loved your mom. And what was funny was I posted on Friday on my personal Facebook and all around social media, my weight loss, because I feel like if I share what I'm going through, it might help you. And she commented it on Friday and I didn't see it. And I was like, oh man, I missed it. But rest in peace. She's not hurting anymore. And it breaks my heart because she was a real gem. So I'm just keeping that family in my thoughts and prayers, and hoping that they'll be okay. They will be. They're pretty resilient. So I'm trying to think of any celebrity passings I heard about this week. I didn't write any down, so that tells you I didn't see any. I'm kind of spitballing today. If you haven't noticed, my co-host isn't here. Victor's he moved in with his dad, and he's having some issues about going to school. And doing the podcast with me is a privilege. It's not a right. And so if he's not going to go to school, then he doesn't get to co-host. Maybe I'm being a strict parent. That's just my thinking, because when I grew up, if you didn't do what you were supposed to, you didn't go nowhere. I missed out on a lot of church functions because that's what we did back then. So if I missed out on a church function because I failed a class or failed a grade or failed a test or whatever, or I didn't do what my mom and dad asked me to chore-wise, I just stayed home. So parenting never gets better. I'm kidding. It does get better. Just got to work at it like everything else in life, right? Okay. So I want to hear from you. I am hearing from you. Thank you so much for the feedback. I actually got my first attack this week. And a lot of my friends have left Twitter, but this person was specifically attacking me because I love the Orville, New Horizons. And I like Seth MacFarlane, I'm not going to lie. People know that already, so, it wasn't big news, right? But I knew they were having a bad day because they were attacking all my Orville friends too. And they're trying to say something that okay, guys, I'm just going to put it out there, okay? Because this is how I feel, and you already know how I feel. If you are a victim of sexual assault, you deserve to be heard, okay? However, how do I say this to where I don't want to turn people off? But if you're accusing multiple people and you didn't get help after I don't know if I should say it that way. I'm just saying, you deserve to be heard, but also your allegations deserve to be investigated. And I don't want to be mean and hateful and a jerk and an asshole. Okay. I'm not trying to be that. What I'm saying is the people you're accusing deserve justice also. I don't know if they really did that. I'm sorry that it happened to you. I'm just saying everybody all around deserves to be heard, and I am neutral. So when the attack came towards me after my Orville friends asked this person for proof, that really bothered me because I had said nothing. I like everybody's post, okay? Why not? You know? It's social media is one of those animals that now that a certain person owns Twitter, it's become a nightmare. And I see why a lot of my friends are leaving, but I'm tough enough to take it. It was when I did block them, by the way, but it was when they started, after being asked, I went back and counted at least 10 times for proof, because this person was saying that, you know, their work was stolen. Okay. Well, that sucks. But if you don't give the proof that it was stolen, how do you expect anybody to be on your side? I'm neutral. Okay. I love the Orville. I'm going to keep loving the Orville. I'm sorry if that really happened to you, but I don't think that Fuzzy Door would do that. I was saying I'm neutral, but I'm just saying I see so much generosity out of that company and its owner and its president that I don't know if I can. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I did DM this person. I said, look, I understand that this happened to you and I'm sorry. I said, but it's not fair to me or my friends that you keep attacking us when we've asked you for the proof. So, and I don't like to, trust me guys, I don't like to block anybody. I don't even block Trump people. And you know how I feel about politics, right? Okay. Politics and religion are two things that I try to stay away from on the podcast, but that was my first official block starting the podcast. And that was in October. 2 months, that's not bad. So I wish this person well in life. I hope that they're getting help for what they feel they were a victim of. Trust me, we all have to reach out for help sometime. And I've done it with what my family's going through. I'm in therapy. I'm under the care of a psychiatrist, and I'm under the care of a weight loss doctor. Because when I get stressed, I binge eat. That was my comfort in life. I wish I had gotten the psychological approach of don't eat. I wish I had, but it didn't turn out that way for me because food didn't talk back and it tastes good. So still working on that. I love hearing from you guys on the favorite quotes of the day. I've gotten some stories that I'm going to work up to after our paranormal series to put out there. I love hearing from you. You guys are really making it fun. And I just enjoy it. I enjoy talking with all kinds of people all around the world. And it's just a blast. So if you want to reach me, you can reach me on all my social media platforms, Vic2, Danny2. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Danny's not going by Danny anymore. She's going by Nightingale. I'm a progressive mom. I let my kids choose their nicknames or their reborn names. I will have them on to explain it. But anyways, so drop us a line. I'm on Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Counter Social, Mastodon, Pinterest, and TikTok. YouTube, on YouTube. So I think I got them all. And then if you don't want to post out there or DM me, guys, I got to tell you, I've been getting a lot of weird attention. So if it's weird attention and you're not wanting to talk about anything for the show, delete. I'm sorry. I mean, I would love to talk with you about sci-fi or a show idea or whatever, but not that. Right? Okay, you'll be deleted. Okay. No hate either, I swear. Delete, block. So if you don't want to DM me, you can also email me at mombieape, MOMBIEAPE, all one word, at gmail.com. I'm a little behind on my emails. I'm sorry. That happens when you work a full-time job and your mom's taxi service. So just, drop me a line. I love to hear from you. But there are rules, like Dua Lipa says, right? New rules. So, we're going to go ahead and move into news of the week because I am kind of livid. Sorry, I'm kind of like doing my hair thing that I'm like livid. You can't see it if you're listening, but I was very pissed off this week about not only Henry Cavill being removed as Superman, but Patty Jenkins being shut down on Wonder Woman 3. Why? I get that DC and Warner Brothers wants to move in a different direction, but why take away the people that at least this generation side with, they identify with? It would be like doing Harry Potter and the Cursed Child without Daniel Radcliffe. Oh my God, are you serious? No way. It's like, how do I put this? Sorry, this is going to really make some people mad, but it's like doing a Babylon 5 reboot without some of the original cast who unfortunately are not with us anymore. It would be like Picard season 3 without Patrick Stewart, right? Also, where does this leave Gal Gadot? She's amazing as Wonder Woman. Are you going to cut her out too? Wow. So, I don't know. I read an article, and I think it was Screen Rant, that it's an origin story for Superman. What? We already have origin stories of Superman. Why the hell do we need more? Of course, I got into an argument with my oldest son, Tony. He's like, you're just taking it all out of context. That's not what they meant. No, I think that's what they meant. I'm also sad that Henry Cavill has stepped away from The Witcher. The Witcher? A lot of people are speculating that he's taking a move to 007, James Bond. So that would be interesting. Although I was ready to see a person of color be James Bond. Right? I don't think that's too much to ask. So, Avatar, The Way of Water came out on Friday. I saw one thing about there's a 9-hour director's cut out there. Who the hell is going to sit in a theater for 9 hours? If you're going to make me sit through that, you better pay me. Like, my ticket should be free. Wow. It was just stunning to me. I know Nightingale wants to see it really bad, and she bugs the crap out of me. So we might be doing that this next weekend. But, a lot of good stuff's coming out. I saw a movie today. a trailer for a movie while I was watching my political shows because I'm a political junkie, but I won't talk about it here. And it's a movie it looked like a movie about Amish women, and it had they had a really large cast of excellent actresses, and I was like, wow, this looks so good. It's the awards season. The Golden Globe nominations came out, and I'm looking forward to that on January 10th on NBC. Have the Grammys already been announced? I think they have. But, I'm looking forward to those kind of award shows. Hold on, let me look up this movie. What was her name? Claire Foy New. That's the one I recognize the most. Is it? No. Oh, darn. I never write things down when I see them, and maybe I really should so I can start talking to you about them. Because let's see. Sorry for the dead space. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, man. What is it called? It's coming out soon. Maybe I should go to IMDb. Gosh, this is frustrating. Okay, well, I'll have to find it next week and bring it back. But it looks so good. It looked like something that is going to win a lot of awards, and I want to see it. Of course, I like that kind of stuff. So, but it just seems like a lot of good movies are coming, and a lot of good shows. Kindred is out on Hulu, and I need to start that. It looks amazing. I should read the book first that's what I like to do. I like to read the book first, and then I watch the show or the movie. I kind of did it ass backwards with Harry Potter. But yeah, there was a lot missing from Harry Potter movies that are in the books. And I highly recommend listen to them over and over and over, because you're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna like the books a little bit better than the movies. I'm currently reading James Patterson, the Women's Murder Club, book 22. I forgot the name of it. But I love Boxer. I would love to see this series made into a movie series or a television series. It would be the bomb. It's so good. And if you like police drama and you like strong-willed women solving things together and working together, you need to read this series. Maxine Pedro is also writing with Patterson on this, and it is just, I love them. I love them. Even the little book shots that they've come out with. There's one for Claire on the medical examiner. Oh, that story is great. It's similar to Sympathy for the Devil, the Orville novella. So find it at your local library. I'm a huge supporter of local libraries. I used to work at our local library here in Springfield. Every library across the country needs support. We all need to read more. I know there are some people out there that hate to read. If you hate to read, get an audiobook. We have little devices at our library called playaways, and they are so cool. You just put a AAA battery in it with your earbuds. Away you go. So, enlighten your mind. Don't burn books. Don't ban them. Read them. You might be quite surprised what you find in a book that you want to ban. Yeah. Oh, funny. Okay, so off my soapbox there, guys. Because I'm just spitballing it this week because I don't have my co-host. So I'm going to go in. There are some laws out there that you just kind of scratch your head at and you're like, huh? I enjoy looking these up every week and sharing them with you because they are really funny. So according to farandwide.com, there are 60 laws, and some of them I've already shared, so I'll just kind of step over those. But this one really caught my attention. There's a law in Canada that says 35% of the time between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, they have to only play Canadian artists. Can you imagine America doing that? Like, you know, we only heard from Gwen Stefani. We only heard from Daughtry. We only heard from, any American artist. We only heard from them for 35% of the day, Monday to Friday, from 6 to 6. Yeah. So that was just kind of interesting to me. I mean, I get it. They have pride for their artist in Canada, and that's amazing. But it's just interesting, right? Okay. So in Germany, wait for it. It is illegal to run out of gas on the Autobahn. So according to this, because travel on the Autobahn is 100 miles an hour or more, right? And there's speed demons on the Autobahn. You could really seriously hurt somebody if you run out of gas and they're flying through. I mean, that's the whole point, is to try to stop car accidents. So, pretty interesting. I thought it was. I forgot about this one. All right. It's illegal to hike naked in Switzerland. Okay. Let that sink in for a second. Oh, man. So according to Far and Wide, after Swiss and German, you're two separate people, travelers decided to make hiking naked a thing in Switzerland a decade ago, Swiss officials enacted the law in 2011, and you get a $100 fine if they catch you. So don't do it. Oh, people love to feed animals, but you shouldn't. It's illegal to feed pigeons in Venice, Italy, and I can totally understand why, because the pigeons here in Springfield can get really aggressive. So yeah, don't do it. Let's see what happens. Ooh. It is said that the cleanup from the birds cost each citizen 275 euros every year. And if you get caught feeding them, you can face up to a $700 euro fine. That much? I mean, there are millions of people in Italy, oh wow, that's a lot of revenue generated for having to clean up after pigeons. So don't do it. I mean, they're cute and it makes you look, who does, I've been guilty of feeding animals myself, but don't do it. So in Greece, at the Acropolis, it is illegal to wear high heels. And I can understand why, as old as those structures are, because they're 2,500 years or more old, right? So stilettos, high heels break down the Parthenon, and the concrete and the stone, and that damage could not be repaired, like the beautiful architecture, and some of the stones were etched. So it doesn't say what the fine is. It doesn't say what the fine is, but I'm sure it's a lot, because if you're doing that much damage to a priceless artifact, they're going to get you. I bet it's jail time, but I don't know that for sure. I'll have to research it some more and I'll let you know. I wonder if this is like a thing against Disney in Poland, of course. Oh my, is it totally illegal? Hold on, let me read. So in Poland, they don't want you wearing your Winnie the Pooh shirt. Says issued a ban on Winnie the Pooh around schools and playgrounds, finding that the A.A. Milne character is too risque. Oh, because he doesn't wear pants. So is Donald Duck banned? Really? Really? How is this time? This is, oh, guys, come on. Really? This one just kind of, I'm just sitting here going, what? He's a bear. He doesn't have any genitalia drawn. What's, really? Okay, moving on. So the French lost today in the World Cup to Argentina. Congrats, Argentina. Good job, guys. You did great. Good job. Good job. They haven't won since, I believe it was 1978. I'll look that up and I'll get back to you because the broadcasters on Fox were saying that out loud. So, or was it the 80s? I don't know. It sounded like 78 or the 80s. But yeah, that's a long time to not win a title. But yeah, congrats, you guys. You did great. So this one kind of fits in funny with today's win, right? Men must wear Speedos on French beaches. So they can't go nude. Why do we never have these issues in America, right? I don't know. Maybe we do, and I just don't know about it. I've never been to the ocean, so that might be the other reason. But I guess there was a... men were wearing, I guess, loose trunks on the beach and exposing themselves. And so French authorities got kind of tired of it. So, and they didn't want them to go nude either. So they just enacted this law. It doesn't say what the fines are. So, you know, sometimes it's just weird stuff. Let's see. I love this one. I would do it. I would show up in a suit of armor to Parliament. I would. I'd do it just to test them. But it's illegal to wear a suit of armor in British Parliament. Yeah. And that prohibition dates back, get ready for it, to 1313. You know, we're a pro-British house here. We love Doctor Who. We love Sherlock and a lot of, I know I say that probably every week now. Y'all know that. But this one just takes the cake this week. It's really got me giggling because it's pretty funny. It doesn't say what the fine is. They refuse to revoke the law, which is fascinating because we're in the 21st century. Yeah. I think I've said this one before, but it's illegal to ride a cow while you're drunk in Scotland. Pretty much across the globe, isn't it illegal to do anything when you're drunk? Yeah. So it's illegal to wear camouflage in the Caribbean. Even a camouflage bikini is illegal. Won't catch me in one, but you know. I'll pay. Never mind. Put your clothes back on. So yeah, it's a big no-no. They don't like it. And it's in Barbados, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Antigua, Barbuda, and Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda. Uh-huh. Okay, that was just like the whole Kokomo song. Thank you, Beach Boys. Yeah, it can camouflage in these countries can only be worn by the country's military. So, food for thought. Don't wear camouflage anything unless you're in the military. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that would be like me going to Jerusalem to see Jesus's tomb and I can't take a picture with it. So there are no selfies allowed in Sri Lanka with the Buddha. Oh, like going to Rio de Janeiro to have your picture taken with the big Christ and they tell you, can't do that. Wow. That's like, I'm kind of surprised by that one, because a lot of people want their religious leader, picture with the religious symbols. But according to this, it's a sign of disrespect and they will throw you in prison. It doesn't say how long oh, wait. No, it doesn't say how long the prison term is. That surprises me. They also jailed a woman for having too many tattoos standing in front of the Buddha, a British woman in 2014. She spent 3 days in jail for her tattoos. What? Why? There's a law for that too? I mean, good grief, people. Wow. So, fascinating. Halloween is out the door in Denmark. It is illegal to wear a mask in public in Denmark. Is that why they didn't do COVID restrictions very well? Yeah. So the ban went into effect in 2018. Officials claim that it helps identify people at crowded events and stops negative, things from happening like terrorism. And that includes medical masks, helmets, scarves, hats, fake beards, and even burqas. Burqas! That's fascinating. Yeah. So I have friends who love to crochet and knit, and they make these really cute hats with the fake beard. You can't wear those in Denmark. So don't even try. It's not going to work. So that's sad because what they make is absolutely amazing knitted art. So, let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Beware in North Carolina. Registering as a married couple for a hotel room makes it so, I can hear Patrick Stewart now, make it so, in North Carolina. So if you and your date, I'll put it that way nicely, go to a hotel, say you're married, it's automatic and it hasn't been repealed. So don't register that way, right? Okay. Just saying. Wow. They rule it a common law marriage. That kind of surprises me. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't be surprised about anything anymore. I'm at that point in my life where I'm just like shaking my head all the time over what I hear. Especially after a certain person came out with NFTs of $99 this last week. All of his fans thought he was coming out to give this big announcement and he's gonna run again, and it was just his stupid NFTs. They're stupid. They really are. He's not a superhero, and he never will be. He's a villain. Okay, moving on. Aww. Well, I can't say this when I'm in Victoria, Australia. Go fly a kite. So it's illegal to fly a kite in Victoria, Australia. It's because... Oh, can you hear Millie? She wants in so bad. Mom, open the door. Mom, Mommy. She's in here doing bad things. That's why Mama locked her out. Where are you? And she walked away. Oh, there she is. Come here, Millie. Come here, baby. Oh, she's running. Nope. No, Mom. You ain't touching me today. So anyways, back to, it looks like flying kites was bothering people in public spaces before 1966. And so they passed this law in the Summary Offenses Act of 1966 where you cannot fly a kite in public anymore. That's the best place to fly them, out in big open fields in front of others because they're beautiful. Sorry, I keep sniffling. It's turned cold here and we're going to get snow this week. And I am so glad my kids are out of school starting Friday. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And cold. They're predicting like negative 15 Saturday morning. Wow. Polar vortex much? Oh, yeah, and climate change isn't real. Bullshit. So, and it's all our fault. It really is. It really is our fault. It's not natural. It's not totally natural. But you can have your opinion on that. That's great. But my opinion is it's our fault. Okay, moving on. Oh, man, you can't fly a kite in Argentina either. Yeah, I know. Isn't that terrible? Did you hear her? She's a talker now. Oh, she's the one I found up a tree that my neighbor's dog ran up there. So she's become so much more talkative, Miss Millie. Let's see. Oh, no, that can't be. Okay, so it says that lawmakers in 1907 in Buenos Aires took it a step further by completely stripping the Argentinian capital of the joy of flying kites. Doesn't absolutely say why. So, we can't have fun no more, people. All right. No. Aw. Millicent. No. The fun never stops at the Mombie. You know, I'm actually like enjoying my time doing the podcast today. I mean, I miss Vic, don't get me wrong. But I'm like home alone and it's quiet and now my furry children are trying to be on the podcast. So they're trying to figure out what I'm doing. So, water pistols are banned in Cambodia on New Year's. Uh-oh, careful, baby. Because the celebrations in Cambodia get so wild that people were getting hurt, and so they just banned them all together. Right. Oh, it's illegal to go shirtless in Barcelona. I'm a modest person, so I agree. Wear a shirt. Beautify the neighborhood. Okay. There was a joke the other day. Somebody put out there that would you strip for 3 hours in a mall for $3 million? And I wrote the person back. I said, I will put my clothes back on in the mall if you pay me $3 million. I didn't hear a response. It was pretty funny. But anyways, if you walk around half naked in Barcelona, 260 euros is your fine. And you can only be topless at a beach, a pool, or on your own property. So don't do it. Oh, shit. That's not fair. It's illegal to swear in the UAE. Damn, that sucks. I guess we can't get any damn bait, can we? Penal code. Wow. Okay, my kitten's in a box. Right. Oh man, this one's priceless. It's illegal to wear lacy undies in Russia. 2014 law. Russia, Belarus, and Kazakhstan. It is illegal to wear lacy underwear that has a minimum of 6% cotton. I guess nobody gets turned on in Russia. I don't know. That's sometimes you're just kind of scratching your head going, yeah, I won't touch that one anymore. Oh, wow. Okay. You must hang your artwork in Wyoming buildings. So, according to the law, any public building erected must have art displayed value at 1% of the building's cost. So, it's not to exceed $100,000. Okay, that sounds good to me. I don't know. I won't be buying it. Well, wait, maybe you would. Well, I don't live in Wyoming, but they'll be using their tax dollars for that, right? Oh, boy. Let's see here. Yeah, we already talked about that. We talked about that. Boy, there's a lot of these repeat. Oh, this one sucks. It is illegal to build a sandcastle at the beach in Spain. Sorry, guys. If they catch you, it's €100 fine. And it could actually go up higher in Okay, I'm terrible with names. I'm going to botch this, okay? Warning you ahead of time. Gallica, Spain. Galicia. That sucks. €1,500 is the fine there if they catch you. And kids are restricted also. It's not just an adult thing. Why? Let kids be kids. Come on, guys. Oh, God, this was hilarious. And this will be my ending one of the week. Okay, guys, this is my favorite so far. In China, okay, ready? Wait for it. It's illegal to be reincarnated without a permit. There's a lot of things that are illegal in China, but this one takes the cake. I'm not kidding. So, Tibetan Buddhist monks, and it doesn't surprise me that China is definitely singling them out, right? Because of the way they feel about religion. They are not allowed to reincarnate after they die unless they have been granted permission by the Chinese government. How the hell do you enforce that? I'm serious. I want to hear from you. How the hell do you enforce that? Not very well, right? Wow. Just wow. All right. Well, that's the final law of the week. I will come back with more as usual. But hot topic of the day. Oh, before I do that, I have to make a shout out, and I have to go find my Twitter first. So I got upgraded on my laptop that I use for the podcast to Windows 11 for free. It's different. I'll give you that. I don't know. I haven't played around with it enough to see what I can fix and go back to, and, you know, all that fun stuff that we like to do as computer people. But, you know, I just go with the flow. I can still type out my scripts, do my budget, do whatever I need to. It's just weird. It's just weird, you know. Thank you, Microsoft, who do not sponsor us and we are not affiliated with. Okay. So, my buddy, Ranger Amp 77, she's the one that got me hooked on Babylon 5. And I forgot to say that last week when I was thanking her for the birthday watch party. And I have a blast with her and her daughter. I mean, we have a really good time. I'm so glad I met her. And so I just wanted to do a little shout out. You know, I'm sorry I didn't mention that last week. She listens to my podcast in the car, and when she's picking up and taking her kids to school or wherever they need to go, and her daughter's like, will Discord me, and she goes, Mom's listening to your podcast again. I'm like, yay! You know, so I still don't know why it's not on Amazon. I am on Amazon. I'm on Google now. Yay. So I got that this last week. So that was a nice birthday present. Millie, do you want out? Come here. Come on, baby. Bye. Oh, 7 months old. She's so cute. Okay. Oh no, she's 6 months old because she was born in July. But I love these ladies. The watch party. I lost my voice because one, my son Tony brought us home a virus. Thanks, Tony. And two, I was talking and carrying on so much with them, and I wasn't drinking water, chewing gum. I don't know. But I'll probably wake up tomorrow because I'm talking so much now with my voice. I mean, I could finally like sing again. I love to sing. I love to do funny. Never mind. I won't say it. Well, yeah, I'll say it. I like to do funny little skits with a certain person's songs because it's funny. But I have a blast with these ladies, and I can't wait to have them on the show. I actually can't wait to have a lot of people on the show. I'm going to start looking at booking talent, especially for like our wellness series. I'm going to see if my old dietitian can come on. She is so great. You guys will love her. But I would like to get my weight loss doc to come on, because it's vitally important that we take care of ourselves first. Before we can care for anybody else. And I've unfortunately learned that the hard way. I'm glad. I am 46 pounds away from my goal weight. I had actually, what's today? Tomorrow is 3 years exactly when I had gastric sleeve surgery. I say, this is hilarious. You're going to like this, but I say there are 2 surgeries that were the best surgeries I ever had in my life. One was a total hysterectomy in 2012, and the other was gastric sleeve surgery in 2019. Hold on. Still getting over that virus. And it's not COVID, thank God. It's just a cold. But it might be RSV. I don't know. I'm not really that bad. Although, unfortunately, I did lose a coworker. I told the Grim Reaper, no more deaths till after the new year. Just leave us alone. Did he listen? Nah. So, but yeah, my coworker, she was amazing. She had double pneumonia, and she didn't go to the doctor because she thought it was just a cold. But I really loved working with her. I will miss her greatly. She was so funny, so genuine. So, and I like to say this about coworkers, loving. You meet a group of people that you go to work with, and they are the best. I do what I love now. I love my job. I love my career. It took me a long time to get here. I love this. I can't believe next year I'll be out of college for 20 years. And I can't believe I get to come full circle back to actually use my degree again. So it's kind of nice with the podcast. But there's so many new horizons, so many topics we could talk about. So, but I miss those that we've lost. My coworker and my family friend. Miss my grandparents. I think, they're, my dad is, sorry, I'm giving away his age. My dad is 66 this year. Yeah. And my grandparents would have been married 67 years on the 15th. And every time I looked up all day on the 15th, I was seeing angel numbers. And I don't normally believe in those things. Like, I don't believe in Scientology. I really don't. Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius and I'm bullheaded and I'm stubborn. Yeah, I'm stubborn. Who cares, right? But it's just, a lot of people believe in that, and that's okay. That's your right. I just don't. I don't believe in tattoos either. Sorry. I've had too many surgeries. Needles scare the shit out of me. Like, I want to have skin removal surgery because I've lost so much weight. And I'm 46 pounds for my goal weight. I had to say it again. But yeah, I really want to feel comfortable in my own body for the first time in my life. I'm actually at junior high weight. That's over 30 years ago. Yeah. And I'm dating myself. I'm 44. And I'm not afraid to tell you. So, but. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Is that what happens when you get old too? Jeez. But yeah, the 15th was my grandparents' anniversary. And it was kind of a day of reflection for me too, because of the personal issues we're going through. And you never plan on, like, I planned on living out my whole life with one person and I was going to be happy and grow old. And we just drifted apart. Of course, it didn't help that I got catfished by an imposter, celebrity imposter. But you live and you learn and you move on as best you can. But when you get that one special person, you know, I started watching the George and Tammy series on Showtime about Tammy Wynette and George Jones. And her song, Stand By Your Man, was so fascinating. How it came about, who wrote it, you know, and she changed it. She's an amazing woman. She took a lot. I didn't know. Okay, guys, this scares me because this is how mental health was viewed back then, right? She was committed. Her mother, when she left her first husband, forced her into an insane asylum to have electric shock therapy. What? No. That's not appropriate. I don't care who the hell you are. Why? Why would you do that to your family member? You know, people change. She was going through a lot. She had, you know, 2 girls. I think she had 3 girls. 2 girls. And then there were blended families all around with her second husband, which really she wasn't married to. And then George, they had a baby together. And then his kids came in and her kids, and he adopted her kids. So if you get a chance to see that on Showtime, take the time to watch it. It is so good. And there is a book on it. I'm going to look into checking that book out. But yeah, I never knew that. I like Tammy Wynette. I love her on, what is that group? We're justified and we're ancient. Yeah, that's her singing that song. Yeah, it's really good. But she's awesome. Really like her. Okay. So the hot topic this week, I really don't have one because I don't know what to talk about. I mean, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Coexist, as my banner says, right? There's no reason we should have so much hate towards each other. Yeah, maybe that is my hot topic this week. I know I've talked about it before, especially around Thanksgiving, you know. Pay it forward. There's just so much division in our society right now. It's really sad. As you can see by my personal Twitter account, during the Trump administration, I was like all the time at Trump. I couldn't stand him, and now he's back, and I don't like it. Anyways, I blocked him. But I kind of go back to what I was taught as a kid. And that was kill him with kindness. My mom and my grandma were so big, my granny, were so big on that phrase. And the golden rule, do unto others as you would have done unto you. That doesn't mean you be snarky and an asshole and you treat the person who was that way, right? So when I got attacked this week on Twitter, I was stunned because I had been showing that person kindness and I wasn't responding. I was liking their post. But yeah. I even have to get onto my kids. Especially the two youngest. They've been at each other's throats since day one. I like to tell the funny story. They brought Vic in and I had I had Nightingale in my arms. And I said, do you want to meet your little sister? And my brother-in-law bent him over. Or was it my dad? Somebody had him and they bent him over the bed and he took one look at Nightingale and he said, no! So they're 18 months apart, nonstop fighting and carrying on. And I know they love each other. They just don't like each other sometimes. But I think that's because they're really close in age. Now, Anthony, Tony, and Vic, they're 6 years apart because I had trouble having children after Anthony. And that's because I was missing half of my left ovary. I didn't have the hormones. And it's like now they're like, Tony's an adult and Alex is 16. He's almost a pretty much he's a full-fledged adult making bad choices. And they fight and fight and fight and fight and fight. And I'm like, guys, you're going to need each other one day. When Dad and I are gone, you guys are going to have to depend on each other. And then I sat back and I said, God, I should listen to my own damn mouth, right? But things will work out. They usually do. But I'm actually doing really good this year. Normally I'm like shoving food in my mouth and eating and eating and eating. I've actually lost weight this year and okay, confession time. Nightingale made sugar cookies last night and they were damn good. Okay, it's okay to have that stuff in moderation. Go for it. Just don't do like I used to do. My husband and I, that was a bunch of our money. Soda, mine was diet. Well, actually, it was all diet. Mountain Dew and Diet Coke. And we would buy bags and bags and bags of candy. From Halloween to Easter, Valentine's Day, Christmas, New Year's. That was our thing, food. It is so hard. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you've lost weight on your own, I love you. I love you. Because that's the hard way. And it is phenomenal. Because not everybody can do it. And I am one of them. After I had my hysterectomy, I couldn't get the weight off at all. I actually gained weight because I took estrogen. And I didn't even need it. Because I had so many fat cells, they were already making estrogen for me. Yeah, it's interesting to find out this stuff, you know. I like learning, so I like knowledge. But, oh my God, the Reese's are out. Oh my God, the York peppermint patties are out. Hey, did you see this candy? Hey, let's try this new candy. We were enabling each other. We really were. And we did that our whole marriage because my husband, we're not totally divorced yet, is an amazing cook. He really is. He was like 2 classes away from being a fully trained chef. He's got to serve safe. Um, but yeah, I mean, we enabled each other, and that was our thing, you know, until we had gastric sleeve surgery, and you have to change everything, everything. It's not a walk in the park. It's not an easy button. It's not a secret pill. It's hard. Losing it by yourself is hard, but this is like 2 steps down. I eat every 3 hours, and then I have to watch the calorie count. Usually a lot of my friends are like, is that all you had? I'm like, yeah, that's all I need. I had a shake. I had a 160 calorie shake. Or I had cottage cheese, or I don't eat that much. I had tuna. I don't eat that much. But if you're struggling with weight and you've been made fun of and you've been bullied, I side with you. I'm here for you. A lot of people don't understand what it's like to be 50 pounds or more overweight. 25? 15? Sure. I'm sure they got that off. They can do that, right? But for those of us who are morbidly obese, which I am almost totally off, I'm so excited. My BMI has come down a lot. I went from 63 to 42. So it's a big change, and I love it. I feel better. I look better, although I'm not totally comfortable with where I am. So I'll just say that. But I want to hear from you. I want to support you. You deserve friends, people who will support you. I had a friend this week that I helped, and he was like, and it wasn't a weight issue, but he was like, nobody's ever done that for me. And I'm like, why? And, you know, so you never know what's going on with a person. I had a person this week get onto me for using a handicap placard. Oh, if he knew about my back. Sometimes your ailments are not on the outside. Like, I have mastocytosis. You can't see that. Well, maybe if I showed off my gut, you could. But I don't, because I'm modest. But yeah, it sucks. Because if I eat canned food, or, I don't even eat that much beef anymore. And I had a steak the other day, and I felt my joints were like really stiff and sore. But you never know what a person's going through, or their life experience, or, right? You never know. And it bothers me to my core when people get judgmental about what others are dealing with. So just have some compassion. Yes, we're all entitled to our opinions, but they don't always smell good. And especially if you don't filter them, they come out wrong. I have chronic foot and mouth disease. That's me. I like to joke around and be funny when it's serious, and sometimes it pisses people off. And I was serious for too long. And this is now my coping mechanism, besides crying. I still do that from early childhood now. So that's just how I am. But you have to be you. But you don't have to be mean. So just a little food for thought. it kind of goes along with the series I want to start in January. I'm not making goals this year. I refuse. I guess no, let me step back. The only goal I have, actually I have two, is to be financially stable and be at my goal weight. Because by the end of next year, I want to have skin removal surgery. I want to feel comfortable in my body for the first time in my whole life. The last time that I sat and thought about this, because I know a lot of people, my kids, their friends, they are struggling with gender identity, and it made me think about it. I'm like, oh my God, what am I comfortable? And I haven't been happy in my body since I was 7 years old. And I looked back because I was sending a friend of mine some pictures because they asked for them. And we were sharing pictures back and forth of when we were little. But I look at them and I'm going, oh my God. Kindergarten, I was rail thin. And then in first grade, I ballooned. And it didn't stop. And that's because the older boys were making fun of me. And it didn't help that I snapped back. There's the foot and mouth disease right there, right? I don't like being told no. I don't like being made fun of, and I, for shit, don't like discrimination on any level. So I open my mouth, I say bad things, I regret them. I'm working on it. As I tell people, I'm always a work in progress, and I am not perfect. There's only one perfect being. That's God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. So, next Sunday is Christmas, and I had wanted to, with the first podcast, be around the table with my family, and we're all shooting the breeze, kind of like what we're doing today, because I'm flying solo. It's not going to happen, at least this year. It might happen next year. I'm not sure. I would love for you guys to meet my family. They're amazing. I love them. No matter what's happening, I love them. My mom has a phrase, okay? And when I was being bullied the worst in junior high, I'll go ahead and tell you. I was in a group of girls. There were 4 of us, and they started smoking, and I couldn't. It was a no-no in my house, and if my parents found out, oh my God, I would have been beaten beyond belief, okay? That's how we were raised. Spare the rod, spoil the child. I found out, and I went to them first, and I said, guys, please don't smoke. Come on. This is not good for you. And they were like, mind your own business. I said, but I'm your friend. They're like, we don't care. So I get a phone call one day, and it's one of the girls' family friend that went to Kickapoo, and he asked me, because he knew I liked him, I had a little crush, and he was like, do you know they're smoking? And I said, yeah, and I'm not supposed to tell you. And I said, please don't tell. What did he do? He went and told her parents. So they, in retaliation, called family services on my dad for no reason. Petty, childish crap, now that I look back at it. And I didn't mean to tell. I really didn't. I didn't want them to get in trouble. I just didn't want them to smoke because I knew it was bad. So they were harassing me at school, and I had my whole schedule changed. I had to go in 7th grade orchestra. I was an 8th grader. I had to move to a different English class during that time so I could be protected from them. Different lunch hour. I had other friends that pulled me in and kept me close, which was very nice, except for that one day. I went to the bathroom and I was walking into a stall. And the next thing I know, I'm hit in the back of the head with a book. And I fell down in the stall, out cold. I woke up and my head was spinning. I had a concussion and neck damage. And I went to the nurse in the office and my mom took me to the hospital where they confirmed it all. I had a concussion. I had a little bit of neck damage, which I have arthritis now. Thank you very much. But it was a valuable lesson that not everybody's going to like you, but that doesn't mean you change. I open my heart to everybody. I don't care. I get hurt. It's a learning opportunity. But I hear every once in a while that my dad will see them around town. I don't even know what happened to one of the girls. But it's a learning, you want the best for your friends, but then again, you want to go, maybe I shouldn't get involved. Everybody has to make, God gave us free will, whether you want to believe that or not. And I know a lot of people will criticize me for that statement, but it's true. Read your Bible. You have to make the decisions for you. And as a friend, you can give your opinion, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? So, learning lesson. I do have trust issues, and I'm working on that in therapy. But I meant to have this whole podcast be funny and hilarious, but I'm just kind of spitballing off my head. I didn't get the birthday present I wanted. Do y'all know what that was? I wanted the announcement for the Orville renewal. So I didn't get what I wanted. Maybe it's Christmas present. I don't know. But come on, Disney. Come on, Robert Iger. Quit stalling. Tell us the Orville is renewed. That's all I'm asking. I'm going to keep on social media. I got comments on my hashtags the other day. They're like, you're just so good at that. How do you know? I'm like, well, I'm championing a certain person to remove the character restrictions and the following restrictions on Twitter. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm championing it. I have to, it's a joke of mine as people come on and say they've watched the Orville for the first time. My favorite thing to do is to go out there and say, welcome to Club Orwellian. Come join us in our crusade campaign to renew the Orville. And it's just my favorite laugh line because I like to be funny. A lot of people don't think I'm funny. That's fine. But I try. So Disney, renew the Orville. Come on. Make our day. Make us all happy. We'd love to have that. I don't have anything else. Shocker. Check out Kindred on Hulu. Check out The Peripheral on Amazon. For the holidays, Amazon has all the Lord of the Rings movies and the new series. Check out the Wheel of Time series. It is so good. It's good. I'm reading those books right now. Let's see. Avatar. Go see Avatar if you want to. That's up to you. Go to your local comedy club and have a laugh every once in a while. I love going to ours. Blue Room, shout out. By the way, they don't sponsor me. I just want to shout out at them. There will be a podcast next week. I don't know what it's going to look like. The kids want me to release my blooper reel because I catch myself saying my old podcast name all the time. But you guys should be proud. I actually did a promo this week. But I'm trying to, I'm trying to catch my friends, my Orwellian friends podcasts. I'm trying to do it more. If I remember, I have a whole new one, the Quantum Drive, that I can't wait to go listen to everything and get caught up. JP got married from Talking the Orville. Congratulations, you guys. I'm so happy for you. They were stunning. They were so cute in Vegas. I'm sorry I couldn't donate to your fund. I'll try to do something this week. I hope. Yeah. Ranger Amp 77 got me hooked on the Quantum Drive too. So give her a shout out. Another shout out. She helped me with that one. Maria on Tea and Telly. I love catching that show on Friday nights. Last night's was really, 2 nights ago was really good. So she's amazing. She's getting over COVID. I'm glad you're getting better. I worry about people all the time. New acquaintances or longtime friends or whatever. That's just who I am. Oh, what's the one? Like, I saw the pictures from Seth's holiday party and I saw this podcast group, Mike Richards. What is your name of your podcast? I'm sorry. But you guys look stunning. The whole party looked stunning. It must have been really fun to be there. Everybody, it was like the first one he's had since COVID. That just shows me how big of a heart he has, to, party hardy. I'll be on before New Year's. So I didn't want to say Happy New Year yet because we're not there yet. But I wish you all peace and prosperity. And if I wanted anything in this world, it would be everybody has a home, everybody has food, and everybody has world peace. Those are my 3 things I would love. For myself, I would like financial stability, weight loss, and above all, what is it? Above all, what? What else do I want? Renew the Orville, damn it! Sorry, I keep beating a dead horse. I hope it's not a dead horse. I read an article today. What was that in? That this person was saying it's canceled. I'm like, no, it's not. They haven't made a decision yet. And it might be a budget disagreement. Okay. Jeesh. Some people just jump to conclusions too fast. I'm guilty. My kids tell me that all the time. Mom, would you just stop it? You're just making me have to be back. I just jump to conclusions. I know, I'm sorry. So there's another thing I'm working on in life. I'm 44, damn it. Why do I have to change? No, I'm kidding. Joke. My employer would not like me saying that because change is inevitable, and it really is. All right. Well, guys, I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week. So Vic and I sit here and we try to come up with Nightingale funny things we want to talk about. There's so many things we can talk about. Maybe we should do play-by-play on a show, do a tiny watch party for a podcast. I don't know. We're still spitballing. I know I have goals for the podcast. I would love to see happen. I'm not going to tell you now what they are. But it would be nice. It would be nice. So find me on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Amazon, Apple. It says they're uploading. I don't know what's going on. RSS is the one that's distributing for me. Anchor is distributing for me also to Spotify. I am distributing myself to YouTube and TikTok. So, and if you see any other snippets, that's me. I'm running my own social media show here. I never, Katie on the Quantum Drive, the couple episodes I've listened to, she's like, I never realized how much work. And I'm like, yeah, I'm there with you, sister. I understand. I get it. I get it. It's fun for me though. I enjoy this. I really do. I wish I had caught the bug like 10, 15 years ago when it was, starting to come out and being popular. It would have been a lot of fun, but I have a wish list of stuff that I would like to see happen for Vic and Nightingale and myself. New equipment, the studio being totally done. Guest. I think starting with guests is going to be the easiest part first. Our own microphones, our own cameras. So, work in progress. But, drop me a line on all the social media. You could find, shoot. I'm sitting here telling you all my podcast stuff and I just jumped to something else. Woohoo! But yeah, if you go to RSS, you can pull it from there. It's an easy download. You can also do that on Anchor. I don't think you have to have a subscription to Anchor. I pay for one because I'm a podcaster. That's yeah. I pay for one on RSS too, but that's because I'm podcasting the service out. They're helping me distribute. But let's see. Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor, RSS, TuneIn. We're listed in the podcast directories. You know what? Anywhere you find your favorite podcast, you're going to find me. But until next week, only trust people who like big butts because they cannot lie. Bye, guys.